For this drive, I entered the city of Charlotte from the north end of town, which is the worst end of town. As I came down Tyron Street, there was a noticeable homeless encampment on the outskirts of town, which we'll revisit later. But this was one of only a few sore spots in the downtown Charlotte area. It was a beautiful day for a drive, mid-morning on a crisp autumn day. It was Saturday, October 17th at 11 a.m. Now, downtown Charlotte can be broken up into two distinct areas, South End and Uptown, which is Charlotte's original downtown area. We're going to begin on South End and then cross the highway into downtown and check out that part of the city. So this is Charlotte's South End. Now, this part of town is all the jam for all the up-and-coming younger and successful folks. They call this the historic South End. It was kind of forgotten about down here with a bunch of abandoned factories. But the city ran the light rail down this way, which renewed interest, and now look at the place. It's all modern condos and expensive places to shop and dine and drink. This is actually the fastest growing neighborhood in the country for apartment growth. This is also the second most expensive zip code in the whole state of North Carolina for apartment renters, where it's about $1,400 a month for an apartment. People on the West Coast and the Northeast are like, I wish my apartment was $1,400 a month. I paid 3 times that, and I have bums and druggies all over. Charlotte spent $2 million on making this side of town all fancy, and there's another $1 billion set aside for more. It's really revitalized the whole Charlotte downtown region in general. Most of the people who live here are wealthier professionals, and most of the tourists who come to Charlotte wind up making their way down to this part of town by the end of their stay. Off in the distance, you can see Uptown, which we're going to visit in a little bit. Anyways, this is South End. Then we're going to cross the highway into a very different part of Charlotte, Uptown. As we cross the highway back into downtown proper, you're going to notice a big difference. This is the city center for all the business happenings in the Queen City. There's a huge banking industry here. New York City is the nation's banking capital, but Charlotte's the country's second biggest banking hub, just ahead of even San Francisco. There's even some technology here and other leading industries. Downtown has an arena where the NBA's Hornets play, and this is also home to the NFL's Carolina Panthers. Charlotte has close to 900,000 people, which is nearly twice that of Atlanta. But Charlotte isn't even in the top 100 when it comes to crime. It's a very safe and clean downtown, for the most part. But when there's trouble, folks do riot from time to time. I spotted security guards and police at many bank doors or hotel entrances at night, almost guarding against any looming trouble that might surface. Downtown, or Uptown as Charlotte calls it, is home to a majority of the hotels too. And for like ever, this was the hub for entertainment. All the bars and restaurants were here, but then when South End sprang up, just about all the businesses moved 2 miles south to take advantage of the explosive growth and wealth there. Now, downtown's growing, but it's kind of uninspiring. You have to walk blocks to find a place to eat or drink, while the South End is where mostly white folks congregate. In Uptown, it's mostly the black community that gathers at night. Many of the groups that come to this part of downtown smoke pot in their cars, and then they wander around downtown at night or stand around in large groups. In fact, walking around Uptown at night, you can't help but notice the lingering smell of weed everywhere. Our Uber driver's car, or our Uber driver's clothes, totally smell like weed. There are also pockets of homeless folks on benches and on sidewalks in this part of town, but they aren't allowed to pitch a tent in downtown proper. Uptown's saving grace was supposed to be the epicenter, a multi-tiered entertainment venue with bars and restaurants and shopping right smack dab in the middle of Uptown. But only after 10 years, most of the epicenter is closed now, perhaps for good. You can see how dead it is now at night. Look at the list of closed businesses here. That's because the police were constantly called here, and there were too many shootings. Nobody knows what's going to become of the epicenter, but some speculate it might be turned into an outdoor mall-type destination. And that's too bad, because that was really what was going to revitalize downtown. Anyways, this is Uptown. Here's a tour. So as we leave Uptown and the downtown Charlotte area in general, we get another quick glimpse of the homeless encampment on the far north side of town. But overall, downtown Charlotte's a very clean and safe area. It's just that at night, in Uptown, not only is there not much to do, there's a lingering sense that you can't let your guard down, and that's a shame. Hey guys, if you learned something new about America or what it's like to live in America, great! You should think about subscribing and turning on your notifications. You can also click one of these videos or playlists for more. You can also now buy my songs on iTunes and other formats. Click the link in the description. Thanks for watching. And remember, while we all might have different views, we should all be nice to each other and try to make the US a better place in a positive way.
This is Sage, Nick's manager. This has been a Corner House Entertainment production.